The Alchemist started as a brew pub in 2003 in the village of Waterbury. We were a 7-barrel brew pub. We were specializing in small batch beer. We had many different varieties of beer on tap. We really catered to our local community. The demand for Heady Topper has been a bit overwhelming.
My name is Jim Conroy and I'm the lead brewer here at the Alchemist. I started brewing about 7 or 8 years ago at a pub in Stowe called The Shed. I brewed there for 5 or 6 years, and then I met John for a job one day while I was brewing there, and I started working here about maybe 2 years ago. We are transferring work, we are sparging technically, so we are moving work from the mash tun to the kettle via the Grant, which is this guy right here. This guy right here just ensures a smooth movement between those two vessels, and you can monitor the speed at which you're moving it at and whatnot. So that's what we're doing now. We're going to try to come to a boil here in about an hour. So our flames are on, and we're awaiting a boil to add some hops.
My name is Joel Hartman, and I operate the canning line here. We slide the pallet of empty cans into the depalletizer. The cans are then rinsed with water, and they drain out. And then it goes into the filling area where the cans are first purged with CO2 and then filled with the beer.
We chose to put Heady Topper in cans for a lot of reasons. The biggest reason being sunlight, especially with an IPA. It's important that UV light doesn't touch the beer. Besides that, environmentally it's better. The can costs less, it's easier to ship, it's easier to recycle. And also just to get away from some of the pretense that's been building around some beer. We call it the winification of beer, you know, the overpricing of beer, you know, the 22-ounce bottle of IPA that costs $10. You know, we have a world-class IPA that we really wanted to make accessible. So to be able to spend our money on ingredients and payroll and not spend as much on the packaging, it really helps. You know, we're able to retail 16 ounces of world-class IPA for $3. I think it would be hard to find a comparable IPA that retails for that price. And again, our money isn't going into the packaging or the foil tops or wax tops. It's going into payroll and it's going into ingredients. Heady Topper has received a lot of accolades, a lot of high ratings on user-based websites.
It was just a great seasonal, and this was always supposed to be in conjunction with the pub. The pub was supposed to be open, and there were supposed to be 8 other beers, so they wanted to do a seasonal that was gonna, you know, really have some oomph to it, as opposed to like maybe a 5% IPA.
8 years after we had been running our pub, we decided to open up our cannery, and the day before our first cans came off the line, we lost our old brew pub. In Irene flooding. Our small town of Waterbury has really struggled since the flood 2 years ago. So to be able to help bring tourists to our brewery and buy beer really helps the economy. They stay, they have lunch, they have dinner, they stay in a hotel. The beer tourism has been great for our town. We are producing, we've already started brewing other beers though, some favorites from the pub, and they will be released each month. We have our first monthly release coming up in about a week or two. And they will be sold on premise only in the form of growler fills. So we'll do limited release beers, 12 each year, 1 every month. In the future, we would like to make more Heady Topper, but we would like to make just enough more so that we're not running out all the time, so that we can supply our local market without our retailers running out. But as far as being a large regional brewery, really large exaggerated growth, that's not in the future for the Alchemist. We really want to stay small, we want to stay local. We just want to focus on our local market more than anything. We built this production brewery to get a packaged product on the market, to get something packaged so that people could bring it home, because people were asking for it, the consumers were demanding it. And we really wanted to start with Heady Topper because it was simply going to be something that supplemented what we were doing at the brew pub. We spend a lot of time sourcing the best hops available, the best grains available. We blend 4 batches for each canning run for consistency. Just everything is about maintaining the quality that people have come to expect from Heady Topper. And that's what keeps the business going.
There's a certain thing that brewers have and not many of them have, and it's called touch, I think. And that's just something undetermined, like untouchable, that you don't really know. You know, the process of which we use, the care in which we take to make it are, of course, huge things. The ingredients that we use, all top-notch. The combination of ingredients, but there's something more than that, and that's what I just call touch. John Kimmick is one of the best inspired brewers that I've ever seen or met, and he's got it. people walking into the retail shop with so much positive energy, it like bowls you over. People are so happy to walk in this place and drink your beer, and you just get to see people enjoy it. It's really incredible.